The Call of Duty series has had plenty of maps that we loved over the years, but nothing compares quite like Nuketown. The Nuketown map was inspired by the film Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and from one particular scene in the beginning of the movie where the main character walks into the same looking town as Nuketown. The Nuketown map was first introduced in the Black Ops 1 series as a multiplayer map and has been featured in the redesigns throughout the Black Ops series. The original map took a lot of inspiration from this scene of the Indiana Jones movie. As you can see, the color theme of the houses, the mannequins, and at the end a nuke detonates and blows up the town, hence the name Nuketown. This made a great multiplayer map because it was very small and it was pretty symmetrical. It had two houses on each side, both with 2 floors and a garage, and separating them was a bus in the middle of the map, making it very simple but also very fun to play. The Nuketown sign has always been iconic to the map and has appeared in all Nuketown map versions. All the signs have a little population counter on them, which works in real time how many players are in multiplayer. The mannequins around the map have always been a part of the main Easter egg in the Nuketown maps. In Black Ops 1, by shooting all the mannequin heads off, if done within the right amount of time, would unlock the Easter egg and start playing the song Sympathy of the Devil by the Rolling Stones. Black Ops 2 brought back Nuketown, but as Nuketown 2025, it also introduced us to the Nuketown Zombies map, which was introduced as the game's Seasons Pass DLC. While the original Nuketown map was more of a traditional 1950s vibe, Nuketown 2025 went for a more futuristic 1960s retro futuristic mid-century modern look. Throughout the map you can see some fun little Easter eggs like this little portrait of the old Nuketown sign, and you can see a model of the sign here on this little bench with the double rainbow, which the double rainbow appeared on the original map here, which is obviously a reference to that viral video of that guy who got super excited over the double rainbow. And just like on the original map, if you go just down below here, you can see a book by Edward Brichtov referencing zombies. The mannequin's Easter egg for this one is to shoot all the mannequins' heads off under 1:30, and that would change the Nuketown population sign into an arcade machine, which you could play between some classic games like River Raid, Pitfall, and Kaboom. The Nuketown Zombies version of the map had the same futuristic 60s retro vibe, but obviously very dark and moody because the nuke had already gone off on this map and it was a zombie apocalypse. Nuketown Zombies was one of the most challenging zombie maps in my opinion. It was small and it had a lot of places to get stuck. What made this zombie map so iconic is the perks would spawn from meteors from the sky, so you never really knew when you were going to get Jug or Pack-a-Punch. That's how the Nuketown population sign worked on this map. After you kill the first zombie, it would tick down to 99, meaning you had to kill 99 zombies until the next perk would spawn in. And then you'd hear that classic sound. Also, the map was very dark and gloomy and the zombies were almost camouflaged and hard to see. This map had to be one of the funnest maps I played in zombies growing up. I played it so many times with friends and solo, and it is really fun to play. With Black Ops 3, we got Nuketown remade again. This time it was called Nuketown, but with a 3 instead of the E. This time it's set in the year 2065. And the whole idea of this map is that it's a simulation of Nuketown. The map description reads, change your reality with new correlescence simulation software. And when the match ends, you see the nuke go off and it says Nuketown offline, meaning it was just a simulation that was ended. The featured mannequin Easter egg on this version of Nuketown is similar to the other ones where you have to shoot the mannequins' heads off within a certain amount of time. But this time it's a lot more interesting when you do it. If you shoot all the mannequins' heads off, they turn into robot zombies and chase you. If they catch you, they'll just make you die and respawn. And if you eliminate them, they'll just constantly respawn until the match is ended. The other version of this Easter egg, if you just shoot the arms off the robot mannequins, you'll unlock the Weeping's Angel Easter egg, where the robot mannequins will creep up on you, and when you look at them, they'll stop, and when you look away, they'll keep creeping up on you. I believe this is a reference to the Weeping Angels from Doctor Who. In Black Ops 4, they remade the map as Nuketown, Russia. The setting is Russia in the middle of snow, and it's set in a Russian nuclear missile testing site during the Cold War. The Nuketown sign is back, but it's in Russian. There's a little slideshow in one of the houses where you can see some slideshow clips of some images, including the original Nuketown sign. One thing that made this map quite unique is on all the previous Nuketown maps, there was always a secret RC track that you could go and you could flank your enemies with the RC car. It was in all of them except for Black Ops 3, but in this version in Nuketown, Russia, it's actually quite interesting. You'd actually go under the map, and when you went through it, you'd see all the seats of where they would launch the missile, and you can actually see the missile sitting in the middle of the map, which we've all seen 100 times. After finishing a multiplayer game, the missile opens up at the end of the game and launches from from the middle of the map. For the main Easter egg, once you shoot off all the heads of the Russian mannequins, within the 2 minutes, you'll hear the announcer on the loudspeaker start talking in Russian, making an announcement. Then all of a sudden, this happens. The mannequins turn on you and it's another zombie mode, just like the robots in Black Ops 3. Black Ops Cold War again returns the multiplayer map, this time with an 80s style and theme following the campaign of the game. The map's called Nuketown 84, and the description of the map is defunded and forgotten to the wastes and time. Site B is reborn as a desert beacon for travelers who wish to escape. So this is alluring to it being a second site of one of the two Nuketowns. And you can see on the Nuketown sign here, it has Site B on top of it. And if you go into one of the garages, you can see this map, which has Site A and B. And it's in the United States, Nevada, just like the Nuketown Zombies map. And for the main Easter egg, shooting the mannequins' heads off does two different things. First time you do it, you get a monochromatic green and black screen. The second time you do it, you get this version of it, which looks a lot better. It's a blue and pink synthwave style. It doesn't do much more than that. Also in Call of Duty Mobile, they've released a couple of versions of Nuketown. It's actually the first map they get you to play when you first download the game, and the Nuketown that they have is modeled after the original Nuketown. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the little Easter egg of the RC car or the mannequin Easter eggs. They also did a Nuketown Russia version and one to celebrate the Chinese New Year of the Year of the Rabbit. Another thing the mobile version doesn't have is the mailboxes, which are pretty iconic for most of these maps. Black Ops 1 and 2, the mailboxes say Woods and Mason. The mailboxes are still in the Nuketown Zombies version of it that is knocked over and it's got Woods and Mason. In the Black Ops 3 version, it says Hendrix and Krovis. And Nuketown Russia has Reznov and Petrico. What map do you guys think is your favorite of all time of the Nuketown maps? Let me know in the comments below. I had a blast making this video. It was great fun playing these old games. Thank you very much for watching and subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you guys in the next video.